Welcome to an open Q&A session with our super student CA Harinath. So we have Govind, Kushal, Vishal and Anurag. So Kushal and Vishal are writing both their groups, and Govind and Anurag are writing their first group since they already cleared group 2. So the way we can do is, we can start with a question, followed by him, and over to Govind. And once again from there, we'll have one more round. Okay.
Yes.
So better the questions, better the answers. Okay. Over to you guys.
Yes. Actually, Hari, my question is like I've been means in my previous attempts I had only appeared for group 2. So this time the group 1 I'm appearing, but without there is no coaching background. So within these 3 months, how should I cover the syllabus?
Firstly, anyway, you are having some accounting experience and auditing experience.
Yes.
Those two subjects you have to do rapidly through study mat, because study mat will be having that language which you need to reproduce in the exam.
Okay.
So when you are going first time with the study mat, you will be having that language in your mind which you need to reproduce.
Okay.
You don't need to mug up it another time. So once you go through study mat rapidly for those two subjects, it will be fine. And start question bank immediately after rapid revision of the concept.
Okay.
So that questions will be completed. Means we will be answering the questions only in the exam.
Yes.
There is no value for the conceptual knowledge.
Yes.
So there will be a question and we need to reproduce the answer related to that question. So the more you practice the question bank, the more you will be having that capability to answer the question. So more question bank and rapid revision of concept. And coming to AFM, just do study mat. I would say for FR, other question bank you may rely upon, but AFM, if as you are doing first time,
Yes.
there will be limited questions, but from that you will be able to qualify with that questions. And also questions will be good. There will be good number of questions rather than less number of questions. You can go through that. Try to maximize from AFM and FR, because audit is a dry subject.
Yes.
Though it is practical thing which we will follow during our audit course.
Yes.
Those are the actual standards we will be following in the audit process. It is the most practical thing to study, but as it is more theoretical, I will be getting less number of marks as compared to those practical FR and AFM. So maximize in FR and AFM, and along with them, audit we have to concentrate more. Though many students who are doing multiple attempts and multiple revisions of audit, they are only limiting to 1450. So we must concentrate more as compared to this. Though we are gaining more marks here, in audit we have to concentrate more.
Thank you.
Is there any special tips for direct tax and audit? Like we have very vast subjects, so how should we compress them in 1.5 day? Like for direct tax, is question answer approach suitable, or followed by the concept then questions? Like
yes, we'll be having some concept notes for DT and IDT, which means it will be precise enough to complete in a day.
Yeah.
And also along with that, you will be marking questions which are you feel difficult and which you feel base for the concept which you feel difficult and which are comprehensive in nature. So when you do one comprehensive problem, you will be covering most of the concept in the related to the. So suppose PGBP is there will be 100 questions in a question bank. So when you mark out those comprehensive problems, or else mark those adjustments which will be unique to the problem, there will be repetitive adjustments in every problem. So you mark every unique adjustment in every problem, so such that it comes to some 2-3 problems, or likewise it will come some 30-40 adjustments it comes. So likewise in every chapter you try to mark out the unique problems and comprehensive problems, so that you just need to revisit them before the exam. And as you're going to the precise notes, you will go through it for at least 3 to 4 times in the routine cycle.
Yeah.
because I did DT for 3 to 4 times and IDT for 2 times the concept notes. Likewise, we can maximize in DT and IDT.
Okay.
So, Hari, can you tell me how helpful was writing the mock test papers and how many did you write? And
Yeah.
was it differing based on the paper you found difficult or you found easy?
Basically, DT, I have prepared it before. Just one time for every attempt. Just one time I will be preparing for that. I am having that what adjustment I have, where the adjustment need to be, whether it has to be added or less. That attempt-wise problem was there for me. That fear of answering the question. I know the concept, but do I need to answer this? Means can I answer this properly? That problem was there for me. That fear was there for me. So when I consulted sir for this problem, means just before the cycle of DT, I have a concept notes which I am preparing tools only. I am preparing a tools concept notes. So what he said, just go through that concept as I already did the concept notes before. Just go through the concept notes for 2 days, 2 times, because I have to do the concept rapidly because I already know the concept. And later I did MTPs, RTPs, and 3 exams per day for 3 days. After that 5 days, I am confident that I could pass the subject TT then and there. So exams, at the end of the day, we have to write the exam. We have to reproduce the things. Means we need to produce the reproduction more than intaking. So exams are very key role. We at least we need to write 2 to 3 exams per week, I would say.
Thank you.
Like I am giving group one, as you said about audit. Have you any prepare your notes other than faculty notes from the material? You have prepared your notes.
Actually, I don't have time for the preparation of short notes for the audit because I'm giving both the groups. Previously, also I didn't prepare the notes, so I have to rely upon study mat. So I studied only study mat for the concept notes and referred other question bank for the questions. Though I prepared questions from the study mat, I also referred other question bank for MTP and RTPs for questions. What SAR made us to do is index mapping and question and answer mapping with learning outcomes to the concept. So whatever the mapping we have done, we are able to recollect the information, recollect the chapter just before we are starting the chapter. So when we recall so and so chapter, so and so things will be there just before going to the chapter, we'll be able to recall a reasonable amount of information. And when we are doing that, there will be no necessity for other short notes. So when we are flipping the pages for this, there we know this, we know this, we know this, because it is an audit is a process. So when we are doing that flipping thing, we will be having confidence that we can reproduce the things. We have to write more number of exams for audit also.
Thank you.
I lost.
So better the questions, better the responses. I believe you got a context of what has happened. One of the things which always works for even for those who are watching, you have to work in 2 different ways. One is the width. The syllabus is huge. That's the first challenge. What is the problem with the exam like CA? It's both wide and deep. So width requires a different solution and depth requires a different solution. So when I say width, I think you completed a whole module today. Kushu. The whole like we did only 1 hour per chapter, 7 chapters, entire module to auditing is done one day.
Yes.
Now that helps you understand what is there in the entire module. So that is width. Now depth is something which I advise Hari to do for the bootcamp. 5 days, direct taxation. Already see Any faculty notes is fine. Again, batting depends on your ability to bat, not the bat. So whatever book it is, it's fine. Let's respect the faculties. Read the book once, twice, thrice within the same day. Your other friend Kalkesh came in yesterday. So I made him do the same thing. So I asked him to prepare the whole book once in just 6 hours. So it starts there so that your memory already has absorbed certain material. It will quickly push it to the long term memory from the temporary memory. Second thing, we call it 3 by 3. In a single day, you write an exam from 6 to 9. Write instance either go through the exam or attempt it. 6 to 9, 10 to 1, 2 to 5. 3 exams in a day. Straight. What will happen is you'll get the entire context of the attempt. Like let's say when you look at November 24 attempt, or for example May 24 attempt, you start with MTP1 and then attempt MTP2 and then RTP and then or once the suggestions are available, the regular question paper. So 3 exams per day for 3 consecutive days, you'll get the game of the exam into your mind. So all of this are very simple. Now what was different about Hari is he executed it and he saw the result. Because these techniques we share very openly, we share it with everyone. So you just identify 2 or 3 things, stick to that, repeat that, and maintain that intensity. One thing I like about him, and I strongly recommend Hari to any company for hiring because these are the kind of people they would like to. Because he has that internal intensity. The company need not waste his resources on him to do work. He has that natural instinct and incentive to work. So that is exactly why he has seen this, and you'll see him growing very fast in the next couple of years because you can track all of super student journeys. And Hari, I hope you'll be helping these guys as well, like the way Mike Treya did, Suresh did. I expect a lot of support from you.
My pleasure, sir.
So he'll be there with you and there for you. So thank you, Hari, for coming and joining us today. So any final line of conclusion are, let's say, for someone who is still sitting on the fence whether to join HLS or whether to join residential mentorship or not, how would you help them take a decision?
If you are able to study 12 to 14 hours effectively within the environment where you are, it's fine. If not, the residential mentorship is very much suggestible or advisable to you because I faced such problem. I am unable to concentrate more than 6 to 7 hours, though I am sitting for 12 to 14 hours. So that intensity, one thing, and the environment. If your schedule is derailing because of your environment, that one thing you need to check.
I would say not even 12 hours. If you're able to study for 9 hours, you sit at home and study. Even 9 hours is enough. The unfortunate scenario is sitting for 12 hours is different from how much time you learn actually. So 9 hour study routine is actually great. So 12 hour would be extremely good. So I think I would follow as a recommendation line where you say that you're putting in a lot of work and still not able to achieve the outcome. Then definitely you should try out something which might work for you, and don't get carried away by the number of hours people have to study. So this is something which we are very clear about. Even here, 9 hour routines are extremely good. 3 hours into 3, you can do a fabulous job. Now, this guy is a beast. He does 12 plus hours, so that's a different story. So, once again, now I'm going out with Hari for a personal conversation. But for now, this is what we have, and we'll keep coming back to meet you guys and also you guys on the show. Thank you. Thank you, Dikshita, for recording this.